What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. This is On Thin Ice, starring myself, Peyton, and Jacob Warner. Get hype, Jacob. Get hype.
Ah!
There we go. That's what I like to hear. This is the podcast where we bring icebreaker questions and topics to the table and discuss them thoroughly. Yep.
And we never go off track.
God, these intros are getting old, man. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. We hardly actually break the ice on here, I feel like. Like, actually talking about questions that really get people socializing. I don't know if we ever really do that.
I mean, the Endless Money one is a good one.
Yeah.
Zombie Apocalypse one, that's always good to get people
Yeah.
talking.
That's a good Kickstarter right there, yeah. I was watching another podcast the other day while I was cleaning out the garage, and it was they had an episode where they were doing the lost bits that didn't make it into the show, and they were asking each other these questions, like, what are you going to do in a zombie apocalypse and all that, and I'm like, we've fucking done this. This is our whole thing. This is the whole show here.
Bunch of thieves.
Yeah.
Stole our shit.
I don't think our 9 subscribers are enough legal ground to back us up in a court of law.
Hey, it doesn't matter. As long as that timestamp's on it, doesn't matter.
Dems is facts.
If we got that shit uploaded a week before or 5 minutes before, it doesn't matter. It's ours.
We're coming up on the love month, you know that? I think by the time this one comes out, it's actually February, so...
Yeah, because I think the last one I uploaded was the 29th. So this one should be up on the 5th. If you're watching this, it's more than likely the 5th of February.
Yeah, so here's a little early Valentine's treat for you. We're going to get really romantic with this one.
Oh, good.
Does it actually do anything when I put the mic closer? Does it sound deeper, more resonance?
It just gets a little bit louder.
Hell yeah. Alright, enough of that. Canceled. But in the spirit of... Sorry, I'm getting off track. I was looking at my whiteboard. Man, I wish we could use those again. I want to. I gotta find some practical use for it now that I've written it off as a business expense. Alright, let's circle this ADHD. Fuck, I can't even say it right. Damn. Let's get the ADHD train back on its motherfucking tracks and start talking together.
I bet.
The best way that you could possibly break the ice is to start discussing dating ideas.
Oh, word? Is that how it is?
Yeah, everyone's got places they want to go, things that they want to do. So with this one, I actually wanted to do a couple of different things. I wanted us to talk about... first, I wanted us to tell each other what we would do if we were taking the other one on a date to see how well we know each other. And then afterward, I want us to talk about what our ideal date would look like.
Okay. So you want me to basically describe... Ideas. You want me to describe a date that I would take you on?
Yeah.
And then you're going to do the same for me. Okay.
Yeah, that's how we break the ice today.
Damn. Interesting. So...
If your dating idea is shit, we're through. Podcast is over.
Dude, my dating ideas are never shit. I'm good at dates. I'm very good at dates.
Yeah.
So I actually... This isn't my answer yet, but I found out recently because I'm an extrovert, so I don't think of these things as much as all of my friends do, because all of my friends are introverts. Literally every fucking one of them. Doesn't matter who they are, they're all introverts.
Yeah.
And except for maybe Derek. But anyway, just about every one of my introverted friends, which is most of them, probably think this way, and it got brought to my attention that like, first dates suck way more than anything else. And for me, as an extrovert, and maybe it's just me, I don't know. I personally like first dates quite a bit because just the act of having a first date breaks the ice for me, because I do, believe it or not, have some level of anxiety, especially when I'm talking to a beautiful female or somebody that I consider attractive and so forth, you know?
When I see bees, I can't help myself.
But if I'm with somebody or I'm talking to somebody that I find attractive and I want to pursue, of course, um, the first date is quite a bit daunting. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when I have that first date and I've talked to them a little bit, I've gotten to be in their presence or whatever, that usually alleviates the tension for me. Whereas, from what I've heard, it makes it 12 billion times worse for the other person, because more than likely I'm talking to an introvert as well, because I, for whatever reason, attract introverts. But so anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. It came up in a conversation the other day with somebody, and I was like, oh, well, that sucks for you guys, but can't relate.
That's the curse of the extrovert. My one of my best friends, she's that same way where she does all the talking for us and brings groups together,
Yeah.
which is great because I get to just sit back and listen,
Yeah.
do my little commentary every now and again.
Yeah, no, I 100% am that person. I am the one to bring everybody together. And all right, let's see. If I was going to take you on a date, man, never thought I'd be thinking about this. Probably get some saltines.
Oh fuck yeah!
Um,
You already got me in bed. We're done.
Damn, that easy, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, I think if I was going to take you on a date, um, I'd probably do one of two things. Either one, I'd order some pizza, and I'd get the most basic bitch ass shit for you because I know you don't like a whole lot of shit on your pizza. I'd get my own pizza because I eat way too fucking much for us to only have one pizza, of course. I'm not an idiot. So
Yeah, I could also mow down one pizza by myself.
so I'd get you your pizza, I'd have my pizza, and we would have the date at home. Whether that's your house or my house is irrelevant. Wherever you're most comfortable, because in my opinion, I don't give a fuck. We could go eat in a box outside in the fucking street for all I give a shit. And then we're gonna rent a movie, probably on Prime, so we can watch literally fucking whatever we want. And because I'm the extrovert, I'm gonna let you pick the movie just so we have something that I know you like.
All right.
Because I'll watch whatever, and if you're one of those introverts and you're like, no, I don't want to pick because I don't like fucking making decisions, I'll be like, all right, cool.
Yep.
All right, cool. I'll pick, and then I'll just pick whatever movie I feel like fits the mood. But knowing you and me, probably a horror movie to some degree, and I would pick a movie that neither one of us has seen, so we both have something new and can talk about it and shit. Yeah, and if things are going good, I'm gonna lean in and look you dead in your fucking beautiful ass eyes
Yeah.
and ask you if you want to watch another movie.
Damn. Those teas.
Honestly, I feel like that's probably what I would do. But the other thing is, I would probably roughly do the same thing, but we would just go through a drive-through somewhere. Again, because I've found that introverts don't like to sit down and eat in public and like face to face with somebody. It's just anxiety ridden for them. So whatever, we'll get a drive through something and eat in the car, probably somewhere cute and romantic as fuck, like a park or some shit like that, because that's who I am. I am just a very romantic person. And then we're gonna we're gonna go see a movie after that.
You gonna let me drive or are you gonna drive?
I'm driving.
Okay.
Easy, dude.
I'm taking notes.
Easy, I'm driving. None of my fucking friends like to drive. None of my exes like to drive. It's just, I've already claimed that spot for myself, so it is what it is. But then we're going to go see a movie, whatever movie's playing that I feel like both of us would like. Then I'm going to take you back to my place and fuck the shit out of you.
Let's go. Finally, skip all that foreplay nonsense.
Oh, shit.
Is that your date idea?
I think so, yeah. I think that's it.
All right.
Especially if it's like a first date kind of thing,
Yeah. That's a pretty solid first date. I fuck with pizza pretty hard,
I know.
as a, as we all should.
Exactly.
So great, had to it was so good, had to make a whole YouTube channel out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And a
But yeah,
movie, full length movie.
pizza's great. You nailed it with the horror movie. I'm actually gonna be watching a horror movie after this.
Hell yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah.
Hopefully a good one.
So I'm one of those really, really awful people who will say, no, 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 you go ahead and pick whatever. But at the same time, I have something very specific in mind that I want you to pick so desperately.
Yeah, I
So
know.
the movie options are slim. I would probably suggest a movie to watch just because like I'm usually watching movies by myself and I watch a lot and I'd like for other people to experience the movies that I like.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's why I would go
solid,
for.
solid plan.
That's why I would go for a movie that neither one of us have seen. So there's like no bias. It's
Yeah.
just something new out of the open. And if it sucks, it sucks. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it could also turn out great. You know what I mean? Like we watched me and this person I'm talking to right now. We we watched this fucking movie called Wolf Cop or some shit like that the other day. It's just fucking straight up B movie, and we found out that there's a sequel and I think a third as well. But
Oh my God, it's a trilogy.
as you can probably imagine, it was fucking dog shit. But we loved every second of it. We thought it was fucking hilarious. Shit was just unhinged crackhead energy the whole time, and we were fucking laughing the whole entire movie. So who knows, man? Could be shit and still
Yeah.
really good at the same time.
As one of my buddies was getting into horror, we ended up watching two movies one night, and I wanted us to start with Willy's Wonderland because of how fucking ridiculous that is.
I
We
still need to
watched
watch
that. We
that so
both
bad.
agreed it was dog shit, and then we watched The Thing, which ended up being one of the greatest horror movies of all time. So
Yeah.
yeah, having that experience with another person is great. I've often I'm seeing now everyone's agreeing that like watching a movie is a really bad idea for a first date because you're not talking with people, you're not getting to know them.
Yeah. Well, you gotta add
But I
extras.
think if
That's
you
why the eating thing comes into play. So there is some
yeah,
banter, you know.
that might work with me because I always love to eat, but like I don't like eating in front of other people. So it's a toss up.
Yeah.
Better be a really good drive-through we're going through.
But wherever you want,
Better be
baby.
Sonic cheese sticks available.
Literally wherever you want, we'll go. Period. Sonic cheese sticks. Fuck it. We're having it.
Yeah, and then usually I'm driving. I
Really.
like to be in control of the vehicle and where we're going. I
Really.
get left around a lot like I used to. If I was riding with someone, I'm always dependent on when they want to leave a place. And me being the introvert, I want to get the fuck out as soon as possible.
Right. Well,
So
like
yeah,
even then though, like if it's a date, obviously you and I are going on together. If you're ready to leave, I'm fucking like, we'll leave. You know. I'm not gonna be like, nah, I want to stay in this drive-through even longer than we are. Uncomfortable as fuck and. But nah, dude. I mean, it is what it is. I wouldn't give a shit if you drove. It's just an instinct to me because I know a lot of my friends and actually I don't know any of my friends that like to drive, but I just always default myself to driving in just about
until
any situation. But
you don't give a fuck until I start going 65 in a school zone, saying it doesn't even matter anymore, muttering it underneath my breath.
no, that's when I look at you and say true, and I'm crying as well.
First and last date, best ever.
Hell yeah. Oh lord.
Solid date idea. All right, for you, I know nothing about you.
That checks out.
I
Neither
I
do
think
I.
no matter what we do, we got to be like, all right, how do we turn this into a video?
That's facts.
Let's make this a podcast.
Yeah. How do we
Uh,
turn this into a Cosmic Pizza lore video?
I think if the stars aligned, we would go to Poncheros,
Okay.
definitely,
Good
for
start.
some for some eats. I would pay, of course,
Oh,
and
good,
I'd be
good.
like, dude, get two at least, like load up. I'd ask them what their biggest bowls are so we can get those instead of just the wraps. Um,
Dude, Ponchero is a good start regardless.
yeah, definitely go there for food, and then I think we would. I would like to say hang out at an arcade, but I don't know that you're much of an arcade type of guy. But maybe
Okay.
something like a laser tag at the arcade.
Okay.
But we should definitely invite a bunch of children in so that we can school them. And then once we're and then once we're done kicking those kids' asses, we're gonna go to the grocery store, get a bunch of bread, like at least a loaf each, and
Okay.
we're gonna go on those paddle boards where you, or maybe it's not a paddle board, those little boats that you pedal with your feet.
Pedal board.
I pedal boats, some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We're gonna go out on the lake, get two separate ones, and we're gonna have a derby.
Oh, word.
we're gonna we're gonna lob little pieces of bread into each other's to try and get the birds to swarm, and then we're gonna try to flip the other one's boat. Whoever flips first has to kiss. I don't know.
Oh, word. Hell yeah.
And then naturally, uh, I invite you back to my place to get into some dry clothes and my dry bed. We see where
Oh.
we see where things go from there.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll
That's
see.
the
All right.
date. Pretty good ideas, right?
Oh shit. Yeah. No, that's solid as fuck. I mean, you would
Picnic.
immediately, dude. Taking me on that date at the end of the night, you'd get kissed immediately.
Let's go.
Matter of fact, I'd offer you to stay the night. Like, dude, goddamn. Nah, that's solid as fuck. Poncheros, pissing a bunch of geese off, pissing a bunch of kids off. Like, yeah, no, that's my cup of tea right there. Shit.
Throwing a picnic on one of the target balls.
Video idea?
Really good video idea.
Oh man, we could have done it too. We could have done it.
Make a movie.
A word? And
Yeah.
then
That way the date.
all you have to say to make it a little bit more romantic is you don't even have to edit it.
Oh my god, yeah. Make the date last for 4 months.
Tied into a relationship for a minimum of 4 months at least. We got to fall in
Yep.
love with each other by then. Oh shit. Yeah, no, that was solid. I fuck with that a lot.
Good, good. Glad you do.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, the more unhinged the better. I'm fucking here for it, dude. I don't care. You could have said let's build a fucking catapult and just launch as much shit as we can out of it. I'd be down for it.
Let's go to Chicago and get a bag of oranges, of like navel oranges, and we'll just drop one at a time from the tallest buildings in the world. See how many people we can kill.
Hell yeah. No, we'll just get a bag full of pennies and do that.
Oh my god.
Just drop pennies off of the fucking skyscrapers.
Yeah, slip right through someone's skull.
Yeah.
Does that happen? Can they reach enough velocity to slice through someone?
I don't know. I'd be interested to find out though.
I mean, I don't remember all the math to do that, but like force of gravity, weight's got shit to do with it.
Dude,
I
you're
don't
asking
think
the wrong
so.
person. I don't know. I
I'm
have
not
no
gonna
idea.
stand. I'm not gonna stand underneath of it and watch it happen, see if it works.
No.
But
Because at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt regardless. That shit's gonna hurt like
yeah,
hell. Whether it cuts through your skull or not, that shit is not gonna feel good.
stuff pennies in the little balls of bread that you're flicking to the geese. Watch him
What?
choke.
I thought you were gonna say stuff pennies into the oranges to make them heavier.
Hey, maybe it's like a Pinewood Derby.
God damn. Just stuff a bunch of them into one orange or whatever. That way, when it hits whatever it hits, it like explodes and the pennies go everywhere. A
It's a
fucking
change
grenade.
grenade.
Yeah. It'll at least smell pretty good.
It will, yeah. Oranges are really potent.
Yeah. That shit'll fly, dude. I'm here for it.
Man, that's beautiful. All right. You have any what does an ideal date look like for you? What would you want to how would you want to be swooned on a first date?
Hmm. I think that food for me is just like the easy win for me. And if someone's gonna take me to get some Chinese food, it's already a done deal. I'm already taking my clothes off later. Period.
Do you want a buffet or like
Don't matter.
takeout?
Don't matter. Anything goes as long as it's Chinese food. I'm fucking here for it. And bonus points if they get my favorite Chinese food, which depends based on what city I'm in, I guess.
Yeah.
But regardless, if we've been talking for a little bit, via texts and chats and stuff like that, and they've paid attention, I have more than likely said my favorite Chinese food at that point. So, but by the time a first date happens, anyway. So, yeah, bonus points for that shit. But, um, it's a little difficult, I think. But if it was able to be lined up to go to a concert of some kind, that'd be hella lit. Or maybe not even necessarily a concert, but some kind of festival or art show or some kind of shit like that would be fucking sick. I love stuff like that. And then finishing it off with like a movie or something like that is also just easy win for me. I'm here
Is there
for
a
it.
movie in mind?
Honestly, if it like I was talking about earlier, if it's a movie neither one of us have seen, bonus. If it's one of my favorite movies, bonus, of course. Or if it's one of the person's favorite movies. I like if I'm trying to pursue somebody into a relationship, I would like to know what their favorite movie is, and if I've never seen it, then I mean, hell, 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm gonna want to watch is whatever their favorite movie is, especially if I haven't seen it before. Now, if their favorite movie is some fucking whack shit that I don't vibe with, then obviously I'd much rather just watch something we both have never seen before, or I'd rather show them my favorite movie or one of my favorite movies at least, because I know first dates don't really jive well with the extended edition Lord of the Rings movies. So
Yeah, no, they don't. That's the risk you got to take is I think watching a movie that neither person has seen is a safe bet or like a maybe a kids movie.
yeah,
Usually that works. There are people that genuinely hate cartoons, but I think like a solid Disney or Pixar movie usually vibes pretty well. But yeah, if you're gonna put out like this is my favorite movie, I want you to watch it, and they think it's dog shit, and you didn't get the reaction you wanted,
rip.
it's gonna be a really interesting night. Or if they're super excited to show you something, and you're like, yeah, I'm all in, and then you watch it, and you're like, what
Get
the
out of my
fuck was
house.
that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the movie that neither one has watched is good, but I still, even if I don't end up liking it, I'm still curious to know what that person's favorite movie is. Um, but that's probably where I go from there. And as far as getting physical and shit on the first date, I've never really had any care or preference about shit like that. Like, in to complete honesty, I just don't care. If it feels right, it feels right, and if both parties are down to do stuff or kiss or whatever, then don't matter to me. I think a lot of that has been just oversaturated with misconceptions involving religion and like morals that religion or your elders or whatever have kind of put on you, and I don't ever really believe in stuff like that. So if it feels right, go for it. If not, don't. And that's just where I go from there. But
Yeah, I think a kiss or like hand holding wouldn't be that weird. I think sex is an entirely different game though, because that's like someone's at their most vulnerable and that's a super intimate moment and that's it doesn't have to always be like with someone you like know is the one. You don't have to totally save yourself for that, but like You know how awkward it would be if you had sex with someone on the first date and it didn't work out and you got to see that person like a lot more after that?
Yeah, but if it's awkward and not good, then you're probably not going to see them very much after that. But no, I get what you're saying. However, I also know people that don't care. Like it's not as like it's not as personally intimate as some people would deem it. You know, like I know people that think sex is just sex. It's pleasurable. It feels good. That's the extent of it. You know, and I
Yeah.
also know people like yourself that are very like tied to the fact that it is a intimate thing between two people that you don't just want to fling it around and shit. I mean, I get that too, but um, I do know people that don't care, you know, like, or people that are more comfortable just having sex than to be getting like close and personal with people first, you know, like I've seen that happen before, and I've definitely had sex on first dates before. I've kissed on first dates before, and things went very well for both occasions, you know. But I've gone on first dates before that I didn't do anything with them, and they seemed to be going well, and then nothing came from them. So I don't know. It just depends on the situation, depends on the person, depends on if it feels right, if it doesn't feel right, and all that kind of stuff. So
Listen, premarital handholding is fucking disgusting.
dude, I'm going straight to hell.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm not there already.
If you're not wearing a ring, you better not even look at them. You haven't earned that yet.
No rings. It's because my hands are fucking weird and my knuckles are bony as shit, so they always get stuck.
You goofball. Man, an ideal date for me is whack. It could be a lot of things. I do like to go out and go shopping. That's fun. But like then it ended up having to be my places to go, which would be probably awkward for anybody else because I have a bunch of like niche hobbies. I'd be like, I want to go find a comic store. I'd like to see where there's some Funko Pops. Uh, actually been going to a Goodwill. They had some good more professional tops that I can wear for teaching, but I also found I've kept my Nerf guns from when I was younger because I used to mod the shit out of them and turn them into lethal killing weapons.
Jesus.
But I never like I don't buy the new ones or anything. But Goodwills, a couple of them that I've been to have had like some of the massive fucking battery operated ones that were like, if you had that as a kid, you were a bad motherfucker. For like $5, I picked up like a I think a Rapid Strike
Oh hell yeah.
CS6 or some shit like that, which those retail for like 45 or $60 back in the day. So.
Yeah.
I'd like to find that. I imagine if I started digging through, I even feel like as an adult digging through that toy bin and picking one out, like with people there, it's like, hey, yeah, by
It
the
is.
way, I'm 23.
It is what it is.
No, you don't understand. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sand this thing down and I'm gonna paint it to make it look like a real gun. Okay, it's gonna be cool. I'm doing something. Let me do this.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Food is a probably a must. At some point, I know I'm gonna get hungry, and I know if I'm out shopping or doing some other activity, it's gonna be throughout the day. So uh, it's it's hard. I am a picky eater. Granted, I would settle for some McDonald's. Maybe go to an IHOB. Have and then we could both experience either true bliss or eternal torment because you only get it's always 50-50 with IHOP. Some
Oh
Auntie Anne's
man.
pretzel nuggets would really hit the spot.
Yeah. The cinnamon sugar ones?
No, straight little cup of regular pretzel nuggets,
Nah, dude.
butter and salt, baby.
The cinnamon sugar ones are flames. Flames, dude.
I will say one of the best dates that, if you want to call it a date, it was actually a school trip. It was when my wife was then my girlfriend. and we were just starting dating, but we went to Fun City on a school trip, and we just kind of chilled in the arcade a little bit, going back and forth on games because they were mostly single player. But then we went to the air hockey table, and she fucking kicked my ass. But there were sparks flying. It got really competitive and heated. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I
And
think,
the rest is history.
yeah, I think doing some competitive games and stuff like that is fun as long as both parties are having fun.
Yeah.
Because we've also gone to like a fair before where I tried to do that stupid uh, kids show thing on a first date where you go and try to win a prize. And I was just so awkward that I didn't even want to approach any of the booths.
Oof.
And then imagine if you fucking crank out like $20 on a rigged game and you don't get the big stuffed animal. You
Yeah.
know, the whole date's shot.
See, when I'm in situations like that, especially if I've got extra money, if I lose or something like that and I never get it, what I would do is I would just order, like, I'd pull my fucking phone out and order one of those off of Amazon or some shit. Like, get free 2 day shipping, and then, like, the next time we see each other, it'd be like, hey, look, it turns out I won, but they had to ship it to me because the ones they had at the thing were just displays.
Tell them I went back and I practiced my ass off. Meanwhile, you just ordered it.
I ordered
Use
it
the
online or whatever, and I'll just be like, hey, I went back and beat the shit out of that guy. And he
yeah.
gave me the big ass stuffed teddy bear.
So I went to the clerk at the ticket booth and I held him at gunpoint and he gave it to me.
Yeah, exactly. But see, stuff like that though, it's obviously not true. It's funny, it's stupid, but that's the charming part about it. And 9 times out of 10, girls are gonna eat that shit up. They're gonna think it's fucking hilarious, and they're just gonna be glad that you got them a fucking big ass stuffed animal.
Yeah.
So it's all about utilizing that charisma to your best ability.
I would totally fuck up some. I like to do some new things. If someone suggests we go out and do something, like if it'd be laser tag or one of those trampoline parks, uh, Sky, whatever the hell it's called,
Sky Zone, yeah.
Yeah, trampoline park would be kind of fun.
Sky
Or
Zone was fun.
if someone could get me into paintball or airsoft, I would totally try a few rounds of that.
Toby could get you into airsoft probably.
Yeah. Well, we're not going on a first date with Toby, are we?
You could.
Yeah, could hit him up.
Yeah, you're not too far away.
That's ideal for me, I think. I would
Yeah,
like.
that's solid.
There's a lot of fun activities you can do on a first date. Movies don't always work out that well, especially for me. Like my favorites are usually really dark stuff.
All the pretty much every relationship I've ever been in, for the most part, um, horror movies have just been it's kind of a staple. I mean, it's not like I don't think I've ever had a significant other or some relationship I was trying to pursue with somebody that didn't like horror movies. So horror
Yeah.
movies are just always a good, like, solid ground to base a fucking date on, and I think that
We
just like is a thing that's happened through history, because even in movies and shit, where do the fucking dates go on their first dates? If they're going to a movie, they're going to a fucking horror movie every single time.
Yep. You get the guy that wants to take the girl to a horror movie who's really shy about it at first, and then they get in, she gets scared, leans into the
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, 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 exactly.
It always works out like that. Those movies, solid dating advice
Yeah.
every time. It's
Exactly.
funny. We're the opposite because my wife hates horror movies with a passion. I can't get her to watch any of them.
Really.
She watched it chapter 2 the other night. I fell asleep watching it and she finished it out. And that was probably one of the most terrifying things for her to watch.
She's never
But
seen
her and
chapter
I've
one.
had we watched it in theaters.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
That
chapter
was
one's
a
better in my opinion. I fucking love
that
chapter
was a
one.
long time ago and we went with a friend, so it was a
Oh,
little more alleviating. But yeah, I have a lot of friends that just hate horror movies.
really?
They don't like being scared,
What a bunch of what a bunch of pussies.
right?
No, I
Fine, you can watch your fucking open season and Over the Hedge and not get scared. Whatever.
yeah,
I'll be here crying.
bunch of babies. Nah, I don't think I have any friends that don't like horror movies, or, like I said, relationships, past relationships or anything. I don't think I've ever had anybody in my life that Like, if we were gonna pick a genre, horror movies usually the way that it lands. And that's not to say that they don't like watching other stuff, of course, but like horror movies is just a good default, because I think with a horror movie, it's also just good background ambience for dates and shit like that, because if it turns out to not be good or eye-catching or just whatever, you always just start talking anyway, and then you have a conversation. There's a horror movie going on in the background. At least there's some kind of noise, so it's not like dead silence and shit. And
Unless you're watching A Quiet Place.
Oof.
Best horror movie for a first date.
Yikes. The most awkward silence that you'll ever have.
Yeah, I couldn't do a movie on a first date. I imagine like if I imagine me on a first date wanting to do one of my favorite movies. We're watching the we're watching the ultimate cut of Watchmen. And they're sitting there not enjoying it because a lot of people fucking hate the movie for some reason.
I love Watchmen.
It's been like an hour and a half, and I'm sitting there like, okay, this is the part where you find out that it's actually this guy doing this, and then they're like, hey, how long is this movie? And I'm like, oh, this is the ultimate cut. And so what's different from the ultimate cut and the director's cut is that the director's cut actually adds an extra 24 minutes, and this one is actually about 3.5 hours long. So we're just now getting to the good stuff. They're gone.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't pick that as a first date movie. That's why I wouldn't pick the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, because I know damn well that's exactly what would happen.
Did you know during this scene that he actually broke his foot when he did the thing?
Exactly. Yeah, how much longer we got? Oh, dude, this is only the quarter of the way through, Mark. Yikes. Oh man.
It's getting late. I should be going. No. Still got half the movie to get through.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. That's just.
Oh my god, that's what you say to him.
That's not polite, and I just glare at him really hard.
I don't like your tone.
I don't think I said you can go anywhere. That's it. Just awkward silence, because I've also paused the movie at this point too, so it's even more awkwardly silent.
Every time they get on their phone, you pause the movie and you wait and you stare at them until they look back at the screen. I need your full attention for this. Oh, you're missing the best part, but you say it every time.
Yeah, every single thing literally could be the most boring part of the movie. You being on your phone, you're just gonna miss a lot of really important disposition here, and I don't know.
There's context here.
Come on,
the subtext. How are you gonna get that?
The way he looks at this other character and the way that he does, you're missing it, and that's very important for later on.
Shot, you're missing it. You're missing out. We're watching the thing. Look, he's got a flare. Watch how it glares off of the camera and changes the whole lens correction and all. Yeah, I'd be the most obnoxious person to go on a movie date with.
Damn.
Take your partner squishmallow hunting.
Yeah.
Works every time.
Yeah. That's true.
I will say Walgreens usually has pretty fire squishmallows.
Walgreens always has a ton of squishmallows.
Yeah.
I know there's some stores that are they just have shit tons of squishmallows in them. Like, that's what they are for. I know in the mall here in Providence Place, it's like a anime-ish themed store kind of thing. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but there's a ton of squishmallows. I'm pretty sure there's even an FYE in here. And,
you're lucky.
And there's a ton of squishmallows in there too. I know they closed the one in Quincy down. I was pretty pissed.
Yep. Yeah, that was before I was into movies or anything. I don't even think I really bought that many Funkos from there, but man.
I had just gotten the last time I went there, I was with my ex's son. I think we dropped her off to get her nails done or something like that, and we were just gonna go dick around in the mall basically, and we stopped in there, and it was the very last time I got to go into FYE before it closed, and they had a bunch of shit on clearance, and I was able to get my Cthulhu shirt from there. It was just like taunting me every time I went in there. I was like, man, I want to get that shirt so bad. I want to get that shirt so bad, and I just never did. But then I finally went back in there and everything was clearance, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting the shirt. I'm doing it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what you gotta do on a date. You gotta treat people shopping. Everyone likes to go out and buy shit whether they have money or not, I think. I don't know, there's some people that are generally opposed to shopping, but I feel like if you're going out, you can usually find somewhere to stop. Just chill.
I know some people though that are weird about having stuff being bought for them though, especially on a first date.
Yeah. Yeah, on a first date, it's a toss up. It's a really big toss up because you can try and be like, "Oh, hey, you should let me get that for you." And
Yeah,
then if they say no, then stop. Don't be like, "Well, hey, I'm trying to do something nice for you." Like just
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
I remember it was kind of a date, kind of wasn't a date, kind of was. I don't know. It was like the third time I'd hung out with this person, and I think it was the last time I hung out with this person. But we had gone out to my grandma's property behind her house in Augusta, and we were just going through the creek and like looking for like fossils and shit like that, and rocks and crystals and shit like that. Just we were bored. The weather was nice, and we had been up all night, tired as shit. We were like loopy tired for most of the morning, and then we got a second wind. And we were also drunk as fuck. So like when we woke up, we were hungover to hell. We went and got some really good greasy ass food for a hangover.
There
Felt
you
much
go.
better. Completely wired now, and we were like, "Fuck it, let's go look for some rocks and fossils and shit." It's a beautiful day. We need some fresh air, and it was fun. We having a good time and shit, and it was just a beautiful day. And she fucking sees this one rock. It's like this big. It's this massive fucking like boulder of a rock, and it's got this sick ass like fossil in the side of it, like this really cool uh something. I don't remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. All the fossils and shit you can get in the smaller rocks, but this one was fucking huge, and it also just had a really cool like crack fracture in it or whatever that just looked cool or whatever. And she's like, "Oh my god, that would look really cool on my steps or something out front of my house or whatever," because she's got this collection of rocks and shit out there. And I'm like, "Yeah, probably." And I just continued moving, and she's like, "Would you carry that back for me?" And I'm like,
Oh fuck.
"No."
You know it, baby.
No. I was like, that one? And she's like, yeah, that one. And I'm like, how do you expect me to carry this back the way we can? We got to go up a hill. We got to hop a fence. We got to go all the way down the driveway. Like, and then we got to get in the car and drive back to your car. No, probably not. I can't do that. And she's like, come on. And she's like begging me and shit at this point. And I'm like, is this bitch for
You
real?
heart, you heartless bastard.
I was like, hell no, dude, there ain't no way. I was like, look, I'll carry whatever I can fit in my pockets for you. Anything I can fit in my pockets, it'll weigh my pants down and shit, that's fine, I don't care. But I am not carrying that big ass rock all the way back up that fucking hill, and then down the hill again, and then hop the fence, and then up my grandma's backyard hill, and into the car. It's not happening.
The
And she,
Egyptians did it when they were making the pyramids. Why can't you?
not by themselves. She was expecting me to carry it by myself, and I'm like, nah, that ain't happening. Sorry. And she threw a fit about it, like a little tantrum, and I'm like, okay, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, we're done.
That I don't think that was the breaking point, but it definitely didn't help. Something entirely different, I'm pretty sure. There was something we had talked about one time, and she ended up being like super fucking toxic about something involving I don't even fucking remember. It was a while ago, but I was like, all right, well, on that note, sorry, don't come back. And
I hope she's watching this
I
right now.
doubt it. Big doubt, but
Listen, you better be carrying your own rocks right now, bitch.
yeah, hopefully you didn't sucker some other dude into carrying these big ass rocks for you up the fucking hills and shit. Hell no.
You carry that rock for her and get her a rock on her finger.
No.
Boom. First date marriage done.
Yikes. Especially not her. Oh my god, that would have ended bad. That would have ended very bad.
Ooh, I'm thinking on like water and stuff now. I think this would be a really fun couples activity, but to go canoeing or kayaking,
Oh yeah.
like especially if it was a long one. I know like some people are squeamish about water, and you gotta look for ask someone, of course, what they want to do before you do anything. That should be a given,
Yeah.
because some people really aren't nature oriented. I don't like being outdoors, but I would love to fucking sit on a boat in the water and paddle that thing for
Yeah.
miles.
I love being outdoors. Period. That's another good first date too. Like if they're like, "Hey, you want to go chill on a lake for the day and just have a picnic out there and shit?" Dude, sign me the fuck up. We don't have to be doing anything but sitting there talking for all I care. But I like being outside quite a bit. So, especially if the weather's nice and it's not too hot, not too cold, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm 100% down to kayak, canoe, just go swimming in the lake. I mean, whatever. Go on a hike. Don't matter to me. I like that shit.
Camping is something I would be completely opposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate being outside for such a long time that I have to like sleep out there, be one with the bugs, and just like not getting to shower, not feeling clean sucks.
The bugs are really the only thing that bothers me at all. I can get past the not having or not being able to shower, being outside, like being the uncomfortableness when it comes to sleeping and shit. I don't care. The bugs are really the only thing that disappoints me.
Do a 24-hour survival video with them.
Yeah. Oh yikes. That sounds awful.
Yeah. Find you a big rock and turn it into a house.
Dude, if we like had food and shit, that challenge would have been a cakewalk.
Yeah, then it wouldn't have been a survival challenge.
I know. That's what I'm saying though. Like everything else, like the shelter building, the building a fire, even if we had brought raw food and we had to cook it, like that would have been a little bit more of a challenge, but still easy clap. I would have done that shit in a heartbeat. The food was the only thing that was fucking me up that whole time.
Have you ever gone on a date at a carnival?
At a carnival, not a
Yeah, with like rides and booths and games,
not a
food, all
first
that.
date, no. But I have been on a couple of. I've been to a carnival and like amusement parks and stuff with my significant other, or girlfriends at the time. I've done that.
I think that'd be fun. I'd be willing to do it again now as an adult, where I actually am not like embarrassed to go around and like lose at games or whatever. I don't like rides. I get sick to my stomach so easily.
Yeah.
But if we were just chilling, walking around, playing a couple of games, and then we went and got some fat ass funnel cakes,
Hell
I'd be
yeah,
down for
dude.
that.
Hell yeah. I don't mind rides. I just don't like roller coasters. Like literally any of the other rides, I'm here for it. I don't even care. But roller coasters, I think it's just a heights thing. I just don't like being too high up in the air. Like that's the shit that fucks me up.
Pussy. I'm not afraid of heights,
I don't do heights very
despite
well.
my stature.
Nah, I don't do heights very well. But like anything that spins really fast or like the swings and shit. I don't mind the swing, like the swings that go back around in a circle, whatever. Those are pretty high up, but I can do that shit. Like none of that bothers me. But for some reason, roller coasters fuck me up, and I don't know why. I just get really nauseous.
I'd do the same on any ride, though. I think if I just move fast, I get sick.
Yeah, no, I don't think a carnival is the best place for a first date, though. I think
Nah.
if you've been with somebody for a while and you kind of know who they are a little bit and how they work, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, and shit, a carnival is a perfect place for a date. But as a first date, nah, I don't think so. It's also just a lot going on at a carnival.
Yeah, it can be really overstimulating.
Yeah,
Bathrooms are not great.
no, no, they're not.
What do you think about like a museum or an art gallery?
Yeah, I fuck with those.
Really?
Yeah, I've been on several art gallery dates before, and I've even been on a couple of first dates at an art museum, or at art museums. The one in Des Moines I went to for a first date once, and then I want to say there was one in Virginia Beach that I went to with somebody. unless my memory is fucking up there. But yeah, I love art museums, man.
I could go to like a history museum of some sort. I think that would
Yeah,
be a fun
art
first
galleries,
thing.
history museums, whatever, man. I love shit like that.
It'd be I would want it to be about something I don't know about though, because like if I go there and I just start flexing my knowledge on dinosaurs, I'm probably gonna get dumped really quickly.
Or maybe they find
You
it
see the
impressive.
see the dorsal fin on that plesiosaurus or whatever,
No, but you probably
and
still
you're
have the dorsal fin on your virginity, though, so I'm leaving.
God damn. Ooh,
Yikes.
a zoo or an aquarium. I think that could be a solid first date.
Aquariums for sure. Zoos, maybe. But it depends on the zoo. Because I've been to some pretty jank ass zoos before.
I've only ever been to one zoo.
I've been to a couple.
Maybe
and
two. I think I went to one in Chile.
I've been to a couple, and some of them are good. Some of them are pretty whack. The Omaha Zoo, lit. The Baltimore Zoo, lit.
Kalamazoo
Kalamazoo, Kalamata,
University.
Kalamata Olives, lit. Trying to think. There was one in the one in Des Moines is terrible. It's not bad, but it's not great. There's one in Virginia. I think it's been a while since I've been to that one, of course, but this one in Virginia is not that great. Oh, there's a fucking alligator farm in Florida. It's a zoo, but it's like it's got a lot more alligators and stuff kind of references than it does anything else, and that was pretty lit. Not gonna lie, that was pretty fucking sick.
Dude, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but all of Florida is an alligator farm.
Yeah, but this one they were contained inside of like
This one, they were in a fence.
yeah, they had a fence around them and they were perfectly safe to be around.
Jesus, man. Oh, boom, perfect. First date. Listen, take them on a one of those 25-mile marathons. If they can't complete it, then it's over. You know it's not going to work out. If their endurance is going to be so low that they can't complete 25 miles in under like however long, then you know that they don't have their endurance for a long-lasting relationship.
Yikes. Yikes.
My fat ass would be wheezing after the first few miles.
Yeah, same. First few miles, dude. My shit would be hurting after the first like mile.
I could probably do a marathon of some sorts. Not that long, but
I mean,
yeah,
I can walk forever, but if I have to run it all, dude, oh my god, dude.
I know you're maxing out at 25 miles of walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found that out on my channel.
Yeah, that was rough. But granted, if I had eaten better and prepared a little bit more, I could have done that. I did do it, but I could have done it easier had I just eaten better and prepared a little bit more, conditioned a little bit more. I would have been fine.
I still love thinking back to that, watching you fucking drink a V8 Energy and eat a Slim Jim and then get mad at me for having like nuts or whatever it was that I had, pistachios, something like that.
I had nuts too. I had those I had cashews. And a shit ton of granola bars.
Yeah.
And more Slim Jims.
See, a whole lot of walking. Anything over 15 miles is a good first date. You have to challenge them.
Shit. They'd be challenging me at that point. God damn.
Take them to the gym. See what their PR is.
See what they can lift.
Yeah.
See what their bench is.
Yep.
Yikes. See if they can bench me, more than likely.
See who's going to be the top in the relationship. Establish your gender roles immediately. I can't even go through saying it. It's so fucking dumb. Going out with a girl, you know, you bring her back to your home because you're a kind soul like that. Have some Andrew Tate on in the background. Make sure she makes you a nice sandwich the way you want it. Get treated king. Oh my god, then just give him cab fare at the end of the night.
Yikes, dude. Man, the Andrew Tate thing really hit me, man. Oh my god. That shit almost sent me into a fucking coma. What the fuck?
You gotta get Maya back on here for another red flags episode.
That's a red flag in itself. Just the fact that Andrew
so
Tate is on in your house.
crazy.
Dude is a walking red flag.
Imagine walking into that on a first date and you're like, oh, what is that guy saying? Like you don't know him, and they're like, oh, that's Andrew Tate. He's actually he's a pretty smart dude. Yeah, hi, goodbye.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, no, I can walk home.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. Mamma mia.
You got any other date ideas, dating advice? Got any of that? Don't listen to Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I watched a lot of that as a kid, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the step-by-step program of how to get a girlfriend. Life is Roblox, as DJ Khaled said. If you live by those words, you can't fail a date.
Yeah. DJ Khaled is someone that I aspire to be like every day in my life. But no, I don't think I have anything else. I think that I've said, at least on my end, and as far as dating advice goes, I'm not the person. Other than don't be an asshole. If you are going on a physical date with somebody like at a restaurant, don't be mean to your fucking wait staff. Let's see. Well, I mean, don't do that anyway, but trust me, in general, on a date, if you are that kind of person that's just an asshole to the waiters and stuff, they're gonna leave. They're not gonna want to be on a date with you, period.
You been that guy?
Huh?
You been that guy?
Oh, God, no, dude. I have... Oh, wait, like that's mean to my waiter? No, hell no, dude. I'm always nice to my waitress and waiters. But I don't think I've ever been with anybody that's been mean to wait staff before, so I haven't experienced having to just ditch them at the table before. Yeah. Read the room. If it doesn't feel like they want to kiss you or anything like that, or hold your hand, don't.
Try harder.
Be better.
I need to stop. They're just playing games with your emotions. That they just want you to try harder.
That's what they always do, though. That's not just a first date. That's just what they do all the time.
Yeah. Just leave. Just don't even date people anymore. Just mind your own fucking business. How about that? No need to even go through the embarrassment of a first date if you don't date at all.
Be a hermit. Live by
yourself.
yourself.
Be an asexual hermit. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't even worry about it. Don't even touch yourself.
Reproduce by budding.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
Just start germinating by yourself. Oh man. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for this episode. That's good enough. It's there. It'll be on the internet. Some solid date ideas. Let us know where you would take either of us on a first date, or where you would want to be taken to on a first date. What would you want to do? What's your ideal date look like?
Where would you want us to take you on a date at?
Yeah. Then send me your address.
Yeah, then hit me up.
Just give me your address in a pickup time. And guess what?
You got it.
I'll probably not show up because I'm introverted.
I will, because I'm not.
Sweet. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning into this. We broke icebreakers. Perfect. And we made it informative.
Yay.
What a solid episode.
Yeah.
All around. 2024 is going to be our year.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This has been another episode of On Thin Ice. Jacob, thanks for being here as always with me.
Absolutely.
Tune in next week for another one every Monday. Go check out the Instagram. social handles. Everything you need to know will be in the description below. See
Facts.
y'all.
Bye. Get out of here. Go date somebody.